Have you ever noticed how easy it is to lose focus when a woman suddenly pulls you in? Her texts, her attention, her emotions, all subtly pulling you off track? One day you're laser focused on your mission. The next, you're rearranging your entire schedule just to answer her call. It's frustrating, isn't it? But here's the brutal truth. The biggest threat to a man's purpose isn't failure, it's distraction. And distraction disguised as affection is the most dangerous trap. If you don't recognize it, you'll wake up months, even years later, wondering why you're lost and unfulfilled. It's not your fault that these distractions exist, but it is your responsibility to protect your mission from them. Today, I'm going to break down 10 powerful ways to stay mission-focused, even when women test your discipline. This isn't about playing games, manipulating, or acting cold. This is about mastering your attention through Stoicism. You'll become the man who stays grounded, no matter how much she tries to pull you into her world. So buckle up, because once you learn this, you'll stop chasing distractions and start building a life she can't disrupt. But before we dive into these 10 strategies, let's get one thing straight. Why does this even happen? Why do women seem to crave pulling your attention away from what matters most? The truth is, they subconsciously test whether your purpose is stronger than their influence. And if they succeed, if you allow them to become your priority, they lose respect instantly. But here's the good news. You can reverse this dynamic starting today. Instead of being the man who bends his entire life for her affection, you'll become the man who stands unshaken, calm, clear, committed. Because this isn't just about attraction, it's about reclaiming your masculine edge and building a life no one can shake. If you're tired of losing time, focus, and energy to distractions, this is your moment to rise. These 10 principles will change everything. And the last 2 points? They're a bonus reserved only for men who refuse to break focus and rise above distraction. Comment below. My mission comes first, if you're that man. And let's break it all down, step by step. Number 1. Maintain emotional detachment from distraction. This is the principle that everything else depends on. Your entire mission rests on this foundation. Detachment doesn't mean you're cold or indifferent. It means you refuse to let emotions pull you away from your purpose. Most men lose focus the second a woman tests them. A sudden message, a flirty distraction, a shift in mood. They cancel plans, rearrange their day, and lose momentum, all for temporary validation. But here's the raw truth. These moments are tests. She's instinctively checking how easily you'll abandon your mission for her attention. And when you bend, chase, or adjust your path to please her, you fail that test completely. The man who stays centered and steady, no matter her influence, is the one who holds true power. Whether she texts you nonstop or goes silent, your mission remains your priority, and your emotional state remains calm. You are immovable. You are steady. You are not seduced by temporary distractions. The more you practice this discipline, the more undeniable your presence becomes. Women are drawn not to men who over-respond, but to those whose unwavering purpose makes them impossible to disrupt. And that grounded power, is what makes you unforgettable. But here's the truth most men miss. It's not just her presence that can pull you off track. It's her patterns. And if you can't recognize those patterns fast, your mission will always be vulnerable. So let's break this down. Number 2, recognize distraction patterns. Women test men not just with words, but with subtle patterns of behavior. And once you recognize them, they lose their power over you. Why is this critical? Because patterns reveal intent, and intent reveals distraction. Once you see the pattern clearly, it becomes predictable, and predictability gives you control. Let's break this down. One of the most common distraction patterns is sudden neediness, when she senses you're locked into your purpose. One day she's distant, the next she's flooding you with attention, just as you're making serious progress. This isn't random. It's a subconscious pull to see if she can interrupt your rhythm and become your focus again. Most men fail this test immediately. They drop everything to respond, to prove they care, to fix whatever isn't broken. But not you. You're going to stay locked in, composed, and immovable. When you don't react, you flip the dynamic. Now she's wondering why she can't pull you away. This isn't about cruelty. It's about clarity. Even if she's unaware she's doing it, you stay aware. Another pattern to watch: emotional bait. Sudden emotional stories, right as you're building momentum. Crisis texts, attention-seeking moments, mini-drama just before a big deadline. all designed to test whether your mission comes first, how to handle it. Respond without being derailed. Calm presence. Zero urgency to solve what isn't yours to fix. You say, I hear you, but right now I'm focused. We'll talk when I'm done. You're not dismissive, you're decisive, and that decisiveness builds respect. By doing this, you show your time, your mind, and your mission are sacred and can't be hijacked by emotional chaos. Drop this in the comments if you get it now. I see the pattern, and I stay on mission. Let's see how many men are actually paying attention. And here's where most men get blindsided. Even if you recognize her patterns, if you don't build boundaries early, your mission is still wide open for disruption. Let's break that down next. Number 3. Build mission-first boundaries early. Boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about protecting what matters most, your mission. Here's the harsh truth. If you don't set boundaries early, you're telling her your mission is negotiable. Most men fear setting boundaries because they think it will push women away. But here's the reality. Women are drawn to men who defend their purpose with quiet strength. Why? Because clear boundaries show you respect yourself. And a man who respects himself commands respect from everyone. So how do you set boundaries without looking cold or insecure? First, understand that boundaries protect your energy and focus. They're not about controlling her. It's about clearly communicating what you need to stay aligned with your path. Example, if she interrupts your work repeatedly with emotional distractions, you don't brush it off. You address it calmly and directly. Hey, I value focus when I'm working. If you need to talk, I'm happy to after, but right now I'm in my zone. You're not defensive. You're not apologizing. You're simply holding your line. And here's the shift. When you protect your focus, she either adjusts or self-selects out. Either way, you win, because your mission stayed first. Another critical scenario. She tries to guilt you for choosing your goals over her constant attention. This isn't random. It's a test to see if she can pull you off your purpose. Most men either submit instantly or stew in frustration. But you calmly stand your ground and communicate clearly. I care about you, but my goals aren't on pause for anyone. If that's a problem, this won't work. No anger, no emotional outburst, just calm clarity, and you leave the choice with her. Respect your rhythm or exit your world. Number 4, hold your mission calmly under pressure. When it comes to staying on your path, nothing is more powerful than keeping calm when tested. Women will often test a man's emotional balance, not because they're cruel, but because they're wired to sense strength. They'll interrupt your work, complain about your focus, or hint that you're neglecting them, just to see if you'll abandon your priorities. It's a subtle play designed to shake your focus, and most men fall right into it. But not you. You'll respond like a stoic man on a mission. When she pushes your buttons or tries to pull your attention away, you stay calm, composed, and anchored. Why does this work? Because calm under pressure is the ultimate signal of a man who can't be swayed. She expects you to get defensive, reassure her, or fold, but your calm says everything. My mission comes first. Example, she says, you're always working. Why can't you just take the night off for me? She's probing to see if you'll reprioritize her over your goals. Most guys would scramble to explain, over-apologize, or drop everything to prove they care. Not you. You remain calm and say, I value you, but my work tonight matters. Let's plan something for tomorrow. You don't bend, and you don't justify. That's what makes you rare. Another scenario. She tries to create emotional chaos just before you hit an important deadline. Most men would engage, explain, and get dragged off course emotionally. But you pause, observe, and refuse to let her pull you from your track. You don't escalate. You don't withdraw either. You calmly protect your rhythm. Your grounded energy makes her pause. She starts wondering, why can't I shake him? That's when the power quietly returns to you. The key is this. Your emotions don't control your actions. Your purpose does. When you stay calm under her tests, she senses your rare self-mastery, and that's what makes you unforgettable. If you've ever held your ground when she tried to pull you off your path, drop this in the comments right now. My mission stays first. Let's see who's really locked in. But staying calm isn't enough if your life has no direction, because what really separates a powerful man from the rest is what he's building while everyone else is distracted. Number 5. Stay laser-focused on your mission. Most men lose momentum because they're trapped in seeking constant attention and validation from women. They crave her affection, her responses, her immediate approval, and in doing so, they abandon their mission. But Stoic discipline demands you think long-term, to stop obsessing over fleeting reactions, and stay committed to your purpose. When your eyes stay locked on your bigger mission, the day-to-day drama loses power over you. Think about it. If you're building your business, training your body, elevating your mind, do you really have time to be distracted by a moody text? Of course not. Your mission demands more from you. And this shift does two things. You stop being emotionally reactive, and you instantly become more magnetic. A man on a mission isn't chasing, he's becoming. Example, you're building momentum, and suddenly she starts pulling back, texting less, showing up less invested. Most guys panic, spiraling into insecurity and overcompensating just to pull her back in. But the man locked into his mission, he doesn't flinch. He knows her validation doesn't define his identity. Progress does. If she wants to walk alongside him, fine, but his path isn't slowing down for anyone. This long-term focus creates emotional independence, the foundation of your masculine edge. You stop needing external reassurance because your progress feeds your confidence. And here's the unexpected twist. When she senses you're not tangled up in her moods, she starts chasing you harder. Why? Because you're rare. A man who's too consumed building his empire to be distracted by petty games. If you're the kind of man who's done being distracted, and you know your mission comes before anything else, prove it right now. Drop this in the comments. I build, I lead, I don't chase. Let's see who's truly walking this path. And if you've made it this far, you already know this isn't just surface-level advice. This is about helping you reclaim your edge as a man. So do this for yourself. Hit that like button and subscribe right now. Don't just watch, commit. Number 6. Never retaliate with your time or energy. One of the biggest traps men fall into when a woman disrupts their mission is retaliating with wasted energy. She pulls away or tests you, and your gut reaction is to match her energy, to show her that you can detach too. Maybe she cancels on your plans so you ignore her texts for days. Or maybe she flirts with someone else so you rush to post pictures online to prove you're fine. Let me be brutally clear. This will never work. The second you let her chaos dictate your next move, you've surrendered leadership. You're not leading, you're reacting. And that puts her back in control of your rhythm. A man on a mission never retaliates emotionally because he knows his time and attention are currency. Instead, he holds frame with calm indifference. If she withdraws, he doesn't chase or plot revenge. He simply redirects all his focus back to his goals and self-discipline. If she tests him by making him feel excluded, he stays on track without missing a step. Imagine this. You're locked in on your work, your fitness, your mission, and she suddenly starts playing cold to get your attention. Most men would scramble for reassurance, texting more, adjusting their schedule to fix it. But all of that comes from insecurity, from needing her mood to validate your value. Instead, you hold the line. No explanation, no overcompensation, no detour from your daily discipline. This calm, immovable presence drives her crazy, because you've just shown her that your purpose outranks her games. When you refuse to retaliate with distraction, you protect the most valuable thing, your focus. You send a message without saying a word. Your drama can't slow me down. And here's the beauty. When you don't play, the whole game collapses. Either she elevates to meet your standard, or she drifts away quietly. But either way, you stay locked into your mission. Have you ever wasted time reacting to her just to prove a point? Drop never again in the comments if you're done letting women dictate your energy. But staying calm isn't just about ignoring drama. It's about knowing when and how to speak with power. And that's exactly what next is going to show you. Number 7. Communicate your standards with calm clarity. Communication is critical, but most men either avoid saying what they really expect or say it emotionally. And both mistakes cost them respect. They avoid direct conversation or explode when challenged, losing their frame either way. But a mission-driven man speaks clearly and calmly, without letting emotions sabotage his standards. Here's the truth. Communicating your standards isn't about control. It's about protecting your focus. When she tests you, you don't need anger, explanations, or arguments. You simply state your boundary and keep moving forward. Example, she starts demanding more time when you're working on your business or at the gym. Most men would cave, explaining, defending, sacrificing their priorities just to smooth things over. A grounded man calmly says, I hear you, but this time is already committed. We can reconnect after. You're not being cold, you're protecting your path. You state where you stand and leave space for her to align. Or not. This calmly asserts that your life isn't on pause for anyone, and that's magnetic. By communicating firmly and clearly, You make it obvious that your mission comes first. You're not afraid to say what matters to you, and that's what sets leaders apart from followers. This creates respect because your life runs on your clock, not hers. Ever struggled to say what you really expect without over-explaining or apologizing? Drop "I speak with clarity" in the comments if you're done negotiating your standards. Number 8. Prioritize your mission over all distractions. At the end of the day, the most important commitment you have is not to her, but to your purpose. This is the hard truth most men forget when they let affection and attention derail their focus. If you're constantly shifting your goals, skipping your routines, and losing momentum just to keep her happy, it's time for a wake-up call. No woman is worth sacrificing your mission, your growth, or your legacy. The second you place her needs above your purpose, you surrender your masculine edge. This isn't about ignoring her or being selfish. It's about protecting your momentum. When you prioritize your mission, you become magnetic, not desperate. Women are drawn to men who are grounded, driven, and untouchable when it comes to distractions. And this doesn't just apply to dating. It applies to every area of life. Business, fitness, finances, personal discipline. Example. Imagine you've been building momentum, gym dialed in, business growing, and then she suddenly starts pulling you off track with last-minute plans, endless texts, or emotional roller coasters. One minute she demands your time, the next she's distant, leaving you in limbo. You start rearranging your life just to accommodate her moods. Gym skipped, goals delayed, time wasted. Stop right there. Ask yourself, is this woman helping me build my future or distracting me from it? If she's not contributing to your mission, she's a distraction. Period. Pull your focus back to what makes you stronger. Your body, your craft, your purpose. You owe it to yourself to protect your grind at all costs. And here's the kicker. When you stop chasing her attention and start chasing your mission, two things happen. She either steps up to align with your vision, or she fades because she can't pull you off track anymore. Either way, you win. You clear space for your mission, or you attract someone worthy of your focus. In today's world, men are bombarded with noise. Make her your world. Prove your worth to her. All of it nonsense. Prioritizing your grind isn't selfish. It's survival in the modern world. When your vision is non-negotiable, you become rare, and rare men are respected. So next time your schedule feels hijacked or your focus starts to slip, ask yourself, is this pushing me closer to my mission or pulling me away? If it's pulling you away, it's time to lock in, recalibrate, and keep moving forward like a man who refuses to be derailed. If you know your grind comes first, drop "mission locked in" below and let's see who's really focused. If you're still here, you've proven you're not like most men. You're rare, disciplined, and determined to rise. The next 2 points are the bonus edge built for men like you, men who put mission above emotion and refuse to get lost. So show the algorithm who you are, like this video, and subscribe right now so this knowledge finds the other few like us, men committed to leading, not chasing. Number 9. Practice strategic patience. Here's the truth no one likes to admit. Strategic patience is a rare superpower that separates a distracted man from a disciplined one. I know you want to build fast. You want success, respect, clarity right now. But urgency can become your enemy if it blinds you. Women will test whether you can delay gratification and hold your ground when things feel uncertain. In a world addicted to instant replies and fast results, a man who practices patience is rare, magnetic, and respected. If she takes hours to text back, you don't flinch. If plans get canceled, your rhythm stays the same. She will poke at your patience, delay replies, pull back emotionally, just to see if you'll chase her attention. And most men will fail. They'll double text, over-explain, and start proving themselves desperately. But not you. When she pulls away, you do nothing. Absolutely nothing. You stay locked into your mission. And that's when she notices. When you don't flinch, you instantly become more powerful in her mind. Strategic patience proves you don't need external validation. You don't crumble under emotional noise, and your priorities run deeper than any woman's mood. This makes you rare, and women crave men who are rare. Understand this isn't just about her attention. It's about mastering delayed gratification everywhere in life. Men who master patience stop reacting to noise, Stop chasing empty rewards and break free from emotional chaos. The man who can wait without tension is the man who wins, because he's not in a rush and he's not desperate. While others are scrambling for instant results, you're calm, steady, and fully locked into your long-term mission. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It means acting when the time is right, never before. And that discipline is the foundation for every lasting victory. In your career, your fitness, your wealth, and your peace. Comment below. I move when it's time. If you refuse to chase, rush, or react. And you're ready to master patience like a true man. Number 10. Always be ready to walk away from distraction. Now this is where everything changes. There's a hard truth most men never embrace. The most powerful position is being able to walk away, and mean it. If you take nothing else from this, take this truth. Knowing when to walk away from anything or anyone that threatens your mission is the ultimate power move. And most men never play that card because they're scared. Scared of being alone. Scared of losing access. Scared of not being chosen. But when you choose your mission over distraction, you immediately rise above every man still begging for her approval. Here's the reality. Not every woman belongs in your life. If she disrespects your time, drags you into chaos, pulls you off your path, you must be prepared to walk away without hesitation. Not angrily, not dramatically, but calmly, like a man who knows exactly what he's building. Walking away isn't a rejection of her, it's a commitment to you. You're saying, I refuse to abandon my discipline, my purpose, my peace, and that energy. It's magnetic. Because most women aren't used to men who truly don't need them. They're used to men who orbit around them. Let's be clear. Walking away is not a tactic to manipulate her into chasing you. It's a declaration that your time and energy are priceless. So when she pulls you into emotional chaos, when she starts testing your focus, you don't react. You simply withdraw your attention and return to your mission. And yes, sometimes that means walking away for good. She might not come chasing, she might not return, but that doesn't matter. Because by walking away, you've already won. You've protected your peace. You've honored your purpose. You've reclaimed your identity. That's worth far more than any fleeting relationship built on distraction and disrespect. Why is this so rare? Because most men are terrified to walk away. They fear silence. They fear loneliness. They fear choosing themselves. But not you. You're different. When you walk away, you're saying, I know exactly who I am, and I refuse to trade my mission for temporary validation. That kind of man is rare and unforgettable. And here's the best part. When you walk away, you free yourself completely. You stop letting her, or anyone else, dictate your direction. You reclaim your time, your mind, and your mission. That is true masculine power. Drop this in the comments if you're done being distracted. I choose my mission, always. If you can say that with conviction, you're already ahead of 99% of men. Never let anyone pull you off your path. You've now got 10 powerful, practical ways to stay locked into your mission, no matter who tries to derail you. These aren't just dating insights, they're principles for life mastery. When you stay detached from distractions, read patterns, set strong boundaries, protect your mental space, and choose when to walk away, you become unstoppable. And remember, this was never about controlling women or winning games. It's about controlling yourself. It's about becoming a man who owns his time, his focus, and his energy. A man who doesn't need approval because he respects himself too much to settle for less. When you become that man, you don't need to chase. Everything aligns around you naturally. But this is only the beginning. These strategies light the path. But the discipline, focus, and consistency are what take you all the way. So keep leveling up. Keep refining. Keep choosing yourself over distractions. And if this video hit you in a real way, show your support, subscribe now, and like this video. Because this is the content that every man out there needs right now. Your like, your subscribe, and your presence help grow this community of men who refuse to be swayed and who take full command of their destiny. Let's build that brotherhood. A tribe of focused, grounded men who never let anyone distract them from their mission.